So let's try take 2 then. Hopefully you guys can see us and hear us.
So we're going to start from the very beginning again, just in case you missed the first part, which was a technical fail.
Yeah, because I pressed a button that I don't think I should have, and it didn't like that.
So, Michael, Emma, both from Objective Secured.
Oh, there we go. Timo's saying it's good now. Yay!
Oh, yay. Fantastic.
I don't know what I did to fix it, so that doesn't really help us.
So this is our 6th episode, well, 6 point something or another. So this is our 6th episode of Facebook Live videos in this
Thanks, Dingo.
format. It's not too far away from the iPad. From the laptop, I can't actually see what anyone's typing. I'm going to have to trust Michael.
No, like, we're getting this huge, big, like,
It's working better.
yeah, everyone says it's awesome and the sound's better. Has anyone watched the videos in the past? Is the sound better now, or is it better in the past? Because now we've got, like, Emma's lapel mic'd up, I've got a proper microphone, all the other microphones are now turned off. So, well, hang on, I'll turn Emma's mic up a little bit then, because I've even got a mixing deck over here.
As I get more excited, Wayne, I'll get louder and louder, but at the beginning I start centered.
Okay, so Timo, and for everyone who might be vaguely technically interested, I've got this little, I can't really get it in the frame, I've got a mixing deck sat over here that's running all of the audio. So hopefully we can adjust the levels and make sure you can hear me and hear Emma as well. And obviously, once we got some more money, hopefully we can afford to buy another proper mic. So yeah, the upgrade's been worth it, which is good.
So the purpose of tonight, apart from trying out the new toys, is to go through and talk to you about the new Offset media that we're hoping to put out once we get some of the technical glitches sorted out.
Like the intro that didn't work and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
kind of things. So yeah, we're just going to talk to you about those, what we're hoping to actually achieve with those, how we're hoping to have some input from you about them, how you can be involved in that, and yeah, basically just run that past you. I'm still very quiet.
I know, I'm just going to see what I can do about that. All right, we'll see what that does.
Okay, so I'll just keep talking and see how we go. Thanks. All right.
Speak up. Yeah, so we tried out all the recording software today for the first part of the experiment, which was a whole bunch more battle reports that we're aiming to achieve. So we unfortunately had a few technical issues today in learning all the new hardware.
The first 20 minutes went well.
Yeah.
After that, it was all downhill.
I still don't know what happened. So I had a very good friend of ours and supported us for the last, since he's been in Perth, Ryan Buck, come around, brought his tower, and we played a 2.5 hour game. It was great. It recorded really well. Everything looked like it was going perfectly. And then 23 minutes in, after watching it back, we all of a sudden developed echoes, and I have no idea why. So
it wasn't echoes so much as just
it was
an
double
awful stutter.
Yeah, it was a double. It sort of repeated on itself again and again. So I'm not really sure what was going on there. So I've got to investigate that. And then failing that, Ryan's offered to come back in and re-record some of the voiceover for it, and we'll make it work.
Shame, because Michael was as close to having a tantrum over losing as is my mic on? Good question. It's showing a little red light, so I believe it's on.
Shall we swap? You can sit in front of this, and I'll try that. Just bear with us one moment.
Michael's so loud that I'm sure that this will pick him up from over there anyway.
I'm going to touch this. Can everyone hear me on this? All right, let's try that. Let's see if everyone can hear us.
So yeah, it was. Oh no! Oh, we've still got the end part of the recording. Nope, they can't hear you. Nothing.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
You keep talking.
Yeah, so we've still got the end. We've still got the end part where Michael's having a big sulk. But yeah, looks like the batteries are flat in that. All right, we'll just gather our little selves here. There's batteries in there. Okay, cool. Okay. Anyway, so what we're hoping to actually achieve, apart from getting these battle reports that will actually start to happen, so the intention is to have those going out once a fortnight, and they'll go out on a Friday evening.
Testing.
Okay.
Let's see if that works.
Can you hear Michael now? It's a bit tricky. I've got to wait for somebody to actually type in to see if they can hear him.
All right.
Yay!
I had to resort to a handheld, so I'll look like a real numpty while we do this, but that's okay.
He wanted me to hold the handheld, so I'm glad that he gets to look like a numpty.
I have to get a stand for it now, I guess.
Yeah, I did say that. All right, so I'm just going to start again. Hey, so tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about...
No, I'm not singing. You don't want that.
No, we don't want that. Tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about OBSEC Media, how you can be involved, what we're hoping to do. I promise I will finish the story about Michael having a big sulk.
I don't want to talk about it.
But he didn't want to talk about it earlier either.
No.
So yeah, the first thing we're going to be doing is these kinds of discussions, which we're going to be doing every second Wednesday evening. And what we're hoping from you is just what kind of things do you guys want to join in chatting to us about? You know, what is it that you're hoping to find out from us? What can we...
And it's not necessarily about our events.
No,
it's about
not.
all sorts of...
to talk about anything.
Any sort of hobby topic, really. I'd love to get some of you, like I know Timo's watching right now, I'd love to get him on to talk Horus Heresy and some of the conversions and modeling stuff that he does. Part of the technology upgrade hopefully will let us have these with someone calling in via video, via Skype or FaceTime or whatever, you know, is your poison these days. So that's something we're eager to test out as well. And
that's the next point.
Yep.
So we're not talking about that yet. So we're going to stick to the
I'm going to stick to the, okay.
Yeah,
sorry. Go on then.
Yeah, so I'll move on to the next point then. The next point is that on the opposite fortnights to when we're doing this, we will be doing... So what we're aiming to do is a podcast/webcast. So it will be a video recording that we'll be doing, like Michael was saying. We'll have somebody either in here with us or somebody via Skype or any other technology that we're clearly not good at. So we'll have that, and then we'll have that in two different formats. One will be via YouTube as a video, and the other one will be ripping the audio off and putting that straight up as a podcast.
Yeah, so if you can't tune in live and watch it on the video, then at least it'll be available to download through iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. So, yeah, like it'll give us a good opportunity to talk to Perth hobbyists. I've already mentioned I'd love to speak to Timo. Ken as well from the Heresy community does some great work, and there's plenty of guys there who have a wealth of experience in that world. I'd really love to talk to some of the Malifaux community and the Infinity community to try and broaden some of the exposure of those games as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we can reach out to Blood Bowl and Age of Sigmar and all the games that are played, X-Wing, Star Wars Armada. Yeah, the list goes on.
There's lots of games.
It also gives me a good excuse to get involved in those games.
Less so. So there's lots of people here in Perth who we're hoping to be able to talk to. Also, we've been talking to different people on the eastern states and also in America, Canada, in the UK, who we're hoping to line up some interviews with. So ways that you can be involved is obviously we're looking to interview people in Perth or chat with people in Perth. We're also looking to chat with people not in Perth. If you can think of someone who you would like to see us chat with, then let us know so we can...
Yeah, I mean, we've already...
We can always ask. You know, worst they'll do is laugh at us.
Well, most of the time, like I've already been speaking to Dave Annandale, who we had at show in September last year. He's more than happy to come and talk to us. Gav Thorpe's also said he's quite happy to get online and chat to us as well. So there's no reason why we can't...
Just trying to name drop.
Well, I've already spoken to both of them, and they've both said yes, so why not? It just means, though, that if we want to talk to any Black Library authors specifically, I'm sure that they'll give us an opportunity, or at least, you know, give us the time of day.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there. Obviously, we don't have to restrict ourselves to Games Workshop either. If you want to speak to the guys at Weird, I'm more than happy to reach out to them and talk to them about Malifaux and where the game's going and possible spin-offs. I know they're about to release an army-size game, which could be really interesting to talk to them about before the release.
And I think part of that is that we're really interested in trying to cover different game systems, not just 40K and Age of Sigma and 30K and the other ones that Michael's mentioned. But Michael doesn't play some of those other game systems. So if we are going to talk to people from Weird, then it would be great to have someone from Perth as part of that as well.
Who's been more active, at least for Weird, than I have in the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's right. But, for bolt action, things like that, it would be good to have
definitely
somebody from Perth who's kind of our Perth.
And look, if you want to come along and record a game with a game system that I don't play, and we want to record an intro game,
That's the next point.
and that's why I'm segueing. My gosh, do you not know how to do this?
All right, okay.
If you want to basically show off a game system, you're more than welcome to get in touch. If you've got 2 forces, an intro game, we can record the whole thing and then do a wrap up and a pre and post discussion about the game system. And you can teach me live how to play the game.
Likewise, if 2 people would like to come down and play a slightly more competitive game, or
I can commentate
or not, up to you. And I'm more than fine to advocate for the not. They're sure they can commentate their own game. So Timo, yes, we're definitely happy to have you come down and play 30K and
Absolutely.
do the battle rep with that. And similarly, talking to Dan to see whether or not he's happy to come down and do a bolt action one with
for sure.
bolt action players. And
yes, Joe, I would love to get Jess Goodwin on. That would be a high ranking one for me. And I don't think you want that. William suggests that Emma should commentate No Holds Barred. You don't want that. You should.
I think that could happen once.
It could happen once. We need to get the right game and the right players. It'd have to be done in the right frame, I think.
Yeah. So how you can be involved in that? Obviously, we've got a few games lined up over the next couple of weeks to try and sort of build a little bit of a stash that we can produce. Fortnightly.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're looking for players to come and actually play 40K either against Michael or 2 40K players or 2 players from different systems.
Yeah, whatever game system.
As he said, there are a couple of stipulations with that. So your army does need to be fully painted to a high standard.
We're aiming to show off the Perth hobby community as highly as we possibly can. And so 3 colour minimum doesn't cut it. We really want finished armies. Yeah. Finished forces, I suppose, is a better description. So the recording we did today, my Dark Eldar are fully painted, Ryan's Tower fully painted. We pulled out a really nice looking mat, which you can see part of here. We grabbed some of the nice terrain, and we did a bunch of pre and post recording, and we really want to show off what the Perth community has for all of these game systems. So we don't just want bare plastic or bare minimum. We'd like to see proper finished forces.
Yeah, most definitely. And those pre and post recordings is what I was talking about earlier, where Michael's game didn't exactly go the way that he had planned it. And oh my goodness.
There was salt, I'm not going to lie.
He was so dark. It was just, and it didn't matter what I did to try to pull that around. He was just digging this hole.
I was not happy. I'm not going to lie.
Further and further. And he's like, it's okay, we'll just re-record that bit. It's like, we're keeping that as a blooper reel at least.
Yeah. It didn't go to plan today. I'm not going to lie, but that's okay.
I don't know how to pronounce that person's name. The last person there.
You can try.
El Juntai.
Sorry for butchering your name, man.
Yes, I'm sorry. I can't really read that far away either. Asked, what about studio painters?
Yeah, look, we're more than happy to have people bring stuff that they've either doing as a commission or want to just show off that they've done as their own armies to kind of show off their commission painting. Bring it down. We can grab some photos like we did today with Ryan's Tower.
Yeah.
And we can show those off and then hopefully get a game as well.
And since that was somebody who's watching and chatting to us, who's providing that segue, I won't get cranky that that's further down on my list. And I will share that, that is another thing that I'm working on at the moment, doing spotlights on painting series, which is actually for the blog rather than for this kind of thing. But I wasn't sure whether or not that person was asking to do like a video of painting or photos of painting. So if you are still watching and you could clarify that, that would be great. But yeah, so the spotlight on painting So I've got 4 painters lined up at the moment that scored highly at our First Blood event, and they are all 40k armies, but definitely happy to do those in other systems
Yeah,
as well.
definitely.
And it's just going through, just like basically, I'm just doing a short interview with them and then taking photos of their actual paintwork and putting those up on the blog. So the first one of those should be up within a week, depending on how everything goes and how long it takes me to actually get the article pulled together.
Yeah, and you know, if you do just want to show off some studio stuff, then you're more than welcome to bring it down. We can set it up, get some photos.
Yep.
And yeah, see where that goes.
Yeah, and I suppose what I am trying to achieve with doing that is to try and show people that different ways that people can achieve different things, and try and provide some inspiration, try and provide some motivation. And
just trying to keep track of it. Yeah, see, it's we're not getting all your comments. It's pronounced Jun. Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you, John.
Yeah, the laptop's not showing us what everyone's talking to. Okay.
Daniel's
Well, hang on. We'll go back. Start at Dingo.
Okay.
Dingo, when the players pack for WATC coming. Sorry for off topic. That's fine, mate. I'm writing it at the moment. I'm hoping to have it published Friday, because we're doing more video and more audio stuff tomorrow, and then hopefully I can publish it on Friday. It's basically done. So you should have that information end of the week. June, chatting with painters, maybe. Yeah, definitely. I think every painter has their own style and their own methodology for achieving different results. And when you look at any of the tournaments in Perth or any of the painting events in Perth, everyone does things a bit differently. So if you've got something that you're particularly savvy with in regards to maybe some technical airbrushing or weathering powders and those sorts of things, it'd be great to have the painting studios that are in Perth come and actually, you know, we can actually get a camera, record it live and show off some of the techniques that might be useful to some of the other hobbyists in Perth. That'd be awesome. Mm-hmm. Dan asks, 40k wise, roughly how many points are you guys looking at? The one we did today was 2,000.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's is only 1,500. I don't really want to go less than 1,000 because I think the board starts looking a bit empty.
Our intention as well is to do different sized games. So
with different missions and
also where one of the things that we talk about is we talk about the fact that when you're going into an event, what kind of event are you going into? So we talk about First Blood being more of a friendly event, and it's very soft score heavy compared to, say, the other
Masters.
end of the scale. We've got Masters, which has next to no soft scores, and it is
WATC is probably the best example because that has zero soft scores.
And I think WATC is actually really quite competitive. It's very fun and it's very laid back, but it is still quite. It's still the badge of honour with it.
Yeah, look, I mean, Dingo's one of the 3 Bunbury teams who want to come up this year.
Fantastic.
He's been very keen, which is awesome, since I made the trip down to Bunbury a couple of weeks back. And we're going to have 3 Bunbury teams for WATC this year.
That's awesome, but I am going to pull it back to the point that I was making, because we're very good at going off on
Yes,
tangents,
we are.
and I'm trying to stay focused. So my point was, when you're going into events, there are different styles of events. So we are hoping to have some games that we show here are more narrative events compared to, like, this morning or today's game was definitely a competitive game.
Yeah, the goal was to show competitive
armies.
Yeah.
So we will be just.
Mine wasn't competitive.
No, it wasn't. It's all right. I did offer to lead a meditation so that he could let it go.
I'm not that kind of person.
He declined.
No.
So the point is that, yes, definitely looking for smaller army size, larger army size. 2,500 probably the biggest that you want to go.
I think for Heresy we'd go 2,500, and then obviously look at some of the narrative missions from the books to try and recreate some of those cool moments in the stories.
Yeah.
For 40k, I'd probably steer clear of that size and maybe go 2,250 as a cap.
Yeah.
But realistically, to get it done and recorded in a day, what we found today, we did a 2.5-hour game plus the pre and post. Ryan was here.
7 hours.
Ryan was here for 9:30, and we were done by 2:30. So it was 5 hours end to end.
But just in case his wife's listening, they were done by about 4.
No, it was fun.
Yeah. Okay. That is one thing I will mention. Michael, don't know if you've noticed, and unlike me, I'm very quiet. Michael can talk a lot. So if you come here to record a game and you need to leave, you have to just tell him you need to leave. But we'll get to that. Yeah, so we did the painting submissions.
Yeah,
Got
I'm just trying to keep track of the comments because the screen's not scrolling for some reason.
Got 4 parts lined up for that.
I might just see if I can get it on the iPad.
Okay, make sure you
I'll
keep the
mute it.
volume turned on.
Yeah.
We've got the blog open for submissions as well. So Michael and I both write for the blog semi-regularly.
Well, the
We're
goal is
trying
certainly
be more
we've got
regular with it.
we've got a post that went out an hour ago, and we've got another one that's scheduled for tomorrow.
Yes.
So we're ahead at the moment.
Sort of. So yeah, we're both writing for those. Writing for it. Danger Rod hasn't written in quite some time, so I have overtaken him with the number of posts that we've got there. But we are calling for submissions. So if you would like to write for the blog, please, I'll put an expression of interest up hopefully on the website, on the Facebook page tomorrow or early next week. But you can get in touch about that. What we ask is that for all of our events and for all of our blog posts, we try and stay with a real positive voice. So if you're wanting to write a post that's completely slamming something, we're probably not going to be the right kind of blog for you. But we are also definitely open to receiving articles submitted for different game systems.
Yeah, definitely.
So Dan wrote one for one of the bolt action games that we hosted. But yeah, if you've got other systems, we would love to have articles published on the blog.
I'm just trying to get the comments to come up so I can see what everyone's saying.
Well, that's a bit tricky. Let's just have a look. Okay, I'm pressing the wrong button. I don't even know how to do it. Yeah.
No.
As far as...
Thanks, William. There are no comments. Don't worry. Perfect.
Awesome. What a shame we couldn't see that.
Look, at least you can all laugh at us while we try and get this technology thing underway. It's certainly been a trying 48 hours, longer than that when we picked up the stuff. It's been lots of learning for me to try and get the all the software talking and all the hardware talking, and it's still not perfect.
Yeah, but we'll get there. So as far as kind of the media side of it, that's what we're aiming for. So this Facebook video type thing will go out once a fortnight.
On a Wednesday night, around 9:30. We're going to aim for 9.
I was aiming for 9:30.
9:30 then?
Yep, because that way our child should actually be asleep. Then podcast will be the alternate Wednesdays.
And then we'll probably aim for the videos for the games to go out on Fridays.
Yep, Friday.
That'll give us enough time to edit and hopefully get them all up and uploaded. And once we have NBN, which is tomorrow, yay, we should actually have a lot less of those sorts of dramas in terms of streaming and uploading. So hopefully that'll resolve some of those issues as well.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for what's new for OBSEC. And then did you want to do a quick recount of the event that you went down to in Bunbury?
Yeah, look, if you didn't see it, guys, there's a new hobby community developing down in Bunbury. Jake O'Grady, who's been a friend of ours for a couple of years now, he's actually on one of our pull-up banners. He's always with us in spirit at the very least. He and a friend of his, Matt, have basically branched out, and from what I understand, it looks like there's going to be a store involved at some point in the future. And I'm sure as soon as he knows, we'll know, and we'll share it with you guys.
Yeah.
But he ran their first 40K tournament called Uprising down in Bunbury. It's about an hour and a half drive for us to head down there from my house. I'm just outside Armidale on the Hills, so it didn't take too long. And I know one of our other friends, Brad, drove down. I can never get the suburb right. It's up near...
Yep, it is.
Whitford's Ave, just off Whitford's Ave. So he came down. He said it was about 50 minutes to our place. So for him, it was about a 2.5 hour drive, which is why he came to my house, and I drove for the second half, and then he drove home from ours.
Yep.
28 players on the day, which was awesome. The day ran really well. 4 games, long day. And look, it was a really good, fun day. The Bunbury boys are amazing. Really great bunch of guys. From the sounds of it, all of them are coming up for WATC, which will be great. And we look forward to sort of collaborating with them and having them come and join our events. And then obviously, hopefully more and more Perth players can head down and play in Bunbury. The venue was at a bowls club, which was air conditioned, comfortable, plenty of room. I think they're probably at the limit though in terms of like they had 14 tables. They might have managed 16 or maybe 18, but it was cozy, or it would have been cozy had any more turned up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we had 10 Perth boys head down, which was great.
Awesome.
Some of the guys from the Toy Soldier Cartel, Pete Platel, Mike Horton. Yeah, so it was really good to see the Perth boys going down and supporting them as well. So great event, great day. I went 4 for 4, only player undefeated. Happy with that.
And still didn't win.
No.
No.
I know exactly where that happened. It was very disappointing. I got lazy, basically. I was playing
So unlike you.
I was playing a lovely Bunbury dude, Taz, I think his name was from memory. I'm sure I've got that wrong, but it feels right and wrong at the same time.
Anyway.
And yeah, I got to turn 4. We had about half an hour to go, and I just went, he's got 1 model left. I don't need to move anything. And turn 5, I didn't kill it, and I still didn't move anything. And turn 6, I didn't kill it, and I thought, now I can't move anything because I can't get there in time. And turn 7, I didn't kill it, and won 14-6. If I'd won that 20-0 by actually playing what I should have played, then I would have won the event, which is very annoying.
Complacency. There's no room for that in events.
No. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It was an awesome day.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. It's about going down there, having fun.
The irony of that particular, I still won the Generalship Award, and the prize that Jake gave me was the prize I gave him for Generalship at show.
I'm not sure you're supposed to tell anyone that.
No, it's fine. He thought it was hilarious.
Look out for that at the next event.
No, look, the boys put on a fantastic day. There was food. There was it was all licensed at a venue as well, so it was nice to be able to go and get a drink or two. And yeah, the Bunbury boys were amazing. So I hope to see more of them.
And were there? Oh, there were female players there as well.
There were, yeah. There you go.
Right.
Dingo says Taz is right. Excellent. My brain wasn't that fried that day.
Awesome.
So yeah, look, it's definitely one that I'm really looking forward to heading back down for. And I know they're running an Age of Sigma event in a couple of weeks' time, which we'll share on our website and Facebook page and so on. And I'm sure they've got other events planned for later in the year as well. So as they come through, we'll obviously share them, and we'll head down to as many as we can. And I'll try and do some more recording at those as well. Any I make it to. This weekend we've got our Age of Sigma event. I think we've got 34 players for this weekend, which is cool. It's at a different venue than our normal one.
It's at a different venue than our normal one. It's at a different venue, not the same venue, and not the venue in Leederville either. A different venue.
Yeah, the website.
Don't go to the normal venue. Go to the different venue. Read your players pack, or come to Manning Hall. It's at a different venue. How many people want to take a bet?
Oh, we're going to have,
how many people turn up either at South Perth or in Leederville?
Yeah, I'd bet money on it.
Yeah.
But it's okay. The venue should be fine. I'm picking up the keys. I've seen all the photos and everything. It should be fine.
It will be fine.
We've then got the week following that.
Hang on a minute. If you're playing in Age of Sigma 8 Lamentations, then they still need to register on Best Coast Pairings and all of that, don't they? No. Okay, never mind.
It's all right. We got this.
We're totally on it.
I am. Yeah, so the week following 8 Lamentations, we've got Crags running their next 40K event. One day, I think it's the Sunday.
Oh, speaking of which, Tristan Hill, congratulations on your baby.
He's probably not watching this if he's got any common sense.
But you never know, you might watch it back. So, and Dion, good luck for the wedding. It's not too late to run.
She's a marriage celebrant, people.
Yeah, I know.
Just bear that in mind when you listen to that statement.
I'm not his marriage celebrant.
No.
That's something.
But yeah, so the Hill family, congratulations.
Yeah,
you've had a busy month.
For you guys.
Yeah, so then the 18th is their Crags event.
Mm-hmm.
Then the week after that is the store birthday for Games Workshop Fremantle, where he's doing a doubles tournament for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be all the usual unique store merch and that sort of stuff.
40K doubles.
It's 40K doubles. And then there's a few other events happening across that weekend as well, but he'll have all the limited edition merch when the stores have their birthdays. So if you're interested in any of the Primaris characters or some of the unique stuff, head down to Freo. They are limited quantities, but I know that normally they have enough so that as long as you're there on the weekend, you should be okay. Yeah. And then we move into March, and all of a sudden it's Line Breaker.
Mick and I will Michael and I will be down there at Fremantle on,
Yep.
on that day. So if you see us, please come and say hello. If we don't necessarily remember your name, please don't be offended. We see lots and lots of players, and I promise we do remember you, but names sometimes escape both of us.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, but come say hello and chat to us. And
We're going to be doing some video there as well and checking out what's going on. And the guys at Freo, Mitch has been a big supporter of ours for a number of years now, and it's we want to make sure that
all the Games Workshop staff.
Yeah, they're all amazing. Yeah. So that's sort of.
But, no, I'm just
so who are we talking about?
Yeah,
and then obviously Line Break is mid-March, and then we hit straight into WATC like 6 weeks after that, and all of a sudden it's the middle of the year and shows around the corner, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about for show in the coming weeks as well as we start finalising stuff. The venue is now confirmed. We're back at Ascot again for 2018. If you didn't make it there, why not? For 2017.
What were you thinking?
We're really hoping that we can make it bigger and better. We've got a bunch of people who really want to get involved with the board games and role-playing games. We should have plenty more vendors there this year as well, so you'll be able to get access to some of the stuff that you might not find as easy to get hold of usually. And there's a whole bunch of special guests that we're currently talking to in negotiations with to see who we can get to come to Perth for 2018.
Keep an eye on the website and the Facebook page, expressions of interest for TOs and demo games, that kind of thing will all be coming out very shortly.
Change the players pack to make people rock up early enough so that they do get the wrong venue. It's enough time for them to get to the right one. Worst case scenario, you could get a small army to help you set up.
I like although we do generally have a small army.
Yeah, the volunteers are always amazing.
Absolutely fantastic. But
Stu says he'll take the odds for someone rocking up at the wrong place. Mate, you're going to lose that bet.
Yeah. Someone
is not going to turn up. They're going to go to the wrong place.
Yeah.
The problem is they'll never admit to that because they look like Gumbies. So if anyone...
just finished writing a post about how we promise that we won't publicly humiliate players.
Oh, I won't, but I'm still calling them a Gumby now because I don't know who they are.
Yeah, this is true.
And yeah, look, it's always in good humour, I suppose.
That's how it's intended.
Yeah.
We just hope you take it that way.
Pretty much.
Mm.
So yeah, look, it's going to be a busy year for us, and all the events for us are on our website under the events tab. If you have an event coming up for something that's not us, get in touch.
And that's anywhere around Australia, any gaming system, anywhere around the world. We're happy to have it all on there as well to, I guess, show the scope of what's actually available.
Yeah, look, I mean, we've got Crag's events up until mid-year. Outpost, I spoke to Russell, and we should have their events locked away very shortly. And then, like I said earlier, as the guys in Bunbury, as Beyond Games and Hobby sort their events out, we'll obviously be trying to put them on there as well. But if you know an event happening for a game system, get in touch and let us know.
Gaming club that's opened as well.
Northam?
Just heard about, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Northam Gamers Club, which we're going to try and head up to at some point. It's a Monday night.
So if anybody knows anything about that.
Avon Valley Gaming Club or something to that effect.
Yeah, get in touch and let us know so that we can try and find out a little bit more before we just rock up on the doorstep and go, hi!
So yeah, we really want to try and give everyone, certainly in WA and then around Australia, if you've got an event that you want us to put on the website and share through our Facebook page and whatnot, get in touch. A little logo, a blurb about the event and links, and that's about all we need.
Yep.
So, look, I'm just going to make sure there's no other comments. I'm not sure what Frog King means, William, but
okay,
we'll go with that. So look,
sounds like a cocktail.
It does. Well, squash frogs are a cocktail.
They were 25 years ago.
Yeah, look.
I'm not sure they still are. If anybody's sort of under the age of 20 can let Michael know whether or not you know what a squash frog is.
That'd be hilarious,
awesome.
Yeah. I think they're called something different now.
Apart from something you drive over in the night.
The only other news that I'm going to try and hold Emma to is I turned 40 this year, and she's promised me I can go to Warhammer World for my 40th birthday.
Not on your 40th birthday.
Yes. No.
Sometime around your
40th birthday.
No.
40th birthday.
No. Sometime around your 40th.
I'm going to try and smuggle a Warlord Titan back. Shh.
I'll notice that.
No, you won't. You carry so many suitcases, it's fine. It'll just hide in one of them.
I pack all of them.
I'll pack the one with the miniatures in it. It's fine. So if you want anything from Forge World in November. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to go and play with some more of this audio before we wrap up for the night and try and get set back up again for the game tomorrow.
thank you very much for your patience for
Yeah.
take one of this video and the beginning of this while we swap places and
Messed about with the audio and everything.
appreciate that.
I think we'll, at the very least, we need another microphone stand and maybe another fancy mic.
Yeah, I told you that when we were buying this one. I like saying I told you so.
It's so rare.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, have a good night. Stay safe. If you're coming to 8 Lamentations on the weekend,
Oh, see, Natara was on there.
avoid packing at mail at home. Mail it to my address, mate. I'll hide it for you.
Oh, you're all heart, Dingo.
You don't need another warlord, Dingo. Come on, man.
Another warlord.
I know there was... Whose warlord was it? There was a warlord on display down at Bunbury. I don't remember whose it was.
I did see the photo. Oh,
It doesn't matter. It's not going to you. It's coming here. But yeah, look, we'll hopefully have some more photos and stuff from tomorrow's game. We'll try and salvage something out of the recording from today. And it just might mean that tomorrow's video gets published first while we mess about with today's. So yeah, we'll have Death Guard versus Sisters of Battle happening tomorrow, which should be pretty cool. I know where they are. They're out in the dungeon, and the problem is the dungeon has a lot of models in it.
Yeah.
So we'll find it. Anyway, guys, have a good night. Stay safe.
Thanks very much for tuning in. We will see you in a fortnight.
See you guys.
Or on Saturday. Sunday.
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 Sunday. See ya.